What's good, people? We back. The Phenomenal Legacy Podcast. Let me raise this up. I'm way too low. Y'all gonna have to excuse me, man. It's been a minute. All right. It's been a minute since we didn't been here. And honestly, what happened with that was because I know I was here with you guys right before the play. I was definitely here with you guys right before the play. And now I'm here and I don't want that creaking going on. I was right here before the play and now I'm here afterwards. Let's talk about the play a little bit. The play was great. The expectation that we set was extremely high, but the turnout that we had was definitely more than we kind of expected. And much gratitude for that. It felt amazing getting back onto the stage where I first, fell in love with, you know, well, I always been in love with performance, but as far as like recognizing, hey, this is something that I can uh, have with my purpose. And so it was really humbling to get back there and then experiencing that and also experiencing that with my friend because um, it's funny how God works. We were trying to set up a way to where we could be on stage together, excuse me, when we were in school together. And it never came about, but we still ended up on that stage together and got to perform together. And all it took was, hey, don't let any limitations block it. That's going to be talked about later on inside of the show. But where I have been, I've been working. I got a new promotion. So I've been trying to get my schedule about. Fun fact, I love wrist accessories and stuff like that. So if you see me decked out up on the bracelets and stuff, I love bracelets. Sorry, I thought I heard some bracelets. I love watches. Um, also, I think this is the first time you'll see my haircut since I didn't took on um yeah since I did the other show. But anyway, so I'm glad to be back, and I really love having conversation. That's the one thing about me. I like having conversation, but I also love having meaningful conversations. So I really want to take that into account. What I've been spending my off days doing is kind of relaxing and getting used to the new schedule and stuff like that, and the new role that I'm in. And also understanding that I have to keep my main thing, and that is bringing you guys content. Um, and you guys have heard that before, but with structure like that takes time, and we're finally up and running. I've been dedicating so much time to the play, dedicating so much time to these other projects. It's now time to hone in on what we started out doing and getting back onto that. So, it's really been fun. I've been taking a lot of notes on what I could utilize for myself and the company that we have going on here. So yeah, it's great. As you guys saw that the show, we back to the Phenomenal Legacy podcast. I'm also on another podcast coming pretty soon. But this one is right here, directly me getting to talk to you face to face. This episode is called Discovering Your Passion. We'll get back onto that in a little bit, but let's go ahead and first talk about our future projects. As you guys could see, that we were playing with a lot of concepts for the past 2 months and maybe the past year, um, and we were talking about Agony. Agony is coming out, and we're starting to hone in on that, and we're pretty dedicated to it. My goodness, guys, I hate announcing Agony because I always feels like it's this little Hamlet effect with Agony, and then it just stops and then it just disappears and stuff. But this time it's really challenging me to stay focused in on the project because I'm falling into the same habits that I fell into over and over again, which was stopping that project. But now what's stopping it is nothing. I'm getting into the right amount of shape that I need to be to prepare to be the fighter, Brandon Maxon. And you guys have seen the trailer that we finally officially announced it on. So that's coming up. Dr. Graham season 3. It's about damn time. That's coming out. Black and Blue. We're going to streamline that and turn that into a movie. So that's one of those projects. A lot of the things that we have been testing out is to kind of see what was the reception from the audience. And remember, the audience isn't only just here, it's over across all of the platforms that I can interact with and engage with people. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to make something that is engaging for all audiences. That's what we're trying to do, and I want to be able to reach out and expand and do more, and don't limit myself. Don't put myself inside of a box. Uh, we put that pound cake on the last time. Let's go ahead and put that. It's the fall weather candle of the day. We got the caramel pumpkin swirl. So let's go ahead and light that thing on up. Get this room smelling all nice and right. Oh yeah. I don't know why I did that. Sometimes you just got to cool it off. Sometimes you just got to cool it off. Also, we ain't gonna worry about that. We ain't gonna worry about the smell good. Y'all know I can't tell you to smell good. So last year, y'all, I'm gonna tell you about this weight loss journey. I'm trying to lean out, right? But the one thing that I noticed that I never had was a chest, right? I couldn't develop one. Okay, I just was too small to develop a chest, and I didn't really like push-ups like that. And I'd rather do cardio, be dancing for hours, running or something like that, playing sports. But I didn't like the push-up. So getting a chest, that just wasn't a priority. Now your boy done beefed up enough to get a chest. You see, I'm grabbing on to something now. So now it appears that I'm smart last year because of the chest growth that I've had. But now I'm back on the leaning out cycle of it. Yes, it's cutting season. It's cutting season, and it's kind of a weird season to do it in because everything is cooling off and stuff. But any challenges accepted and welcomed. But now, I mean, body just gonna look mad crazy now. Y'all see how I'm filling out these shirts? Y'all look here, look. I didn't cut the hair. I'm starting to look like old school throwback. I'm just playing. I was just playing. Boy, looking wrong, ain't it? Wrong and strong. Wrong and strong. Yeah. So, golly, I'm goofy as hell. Yeah, we getting ready to get into those projects. I'm getting into the right amount of shape that I need to. It's definitely a challenge. I'm trying out multiple ways of saying some things that I can see that sustaining. Now there was then, like when I shedded off 35 pounds, I stuck to that same old. I stuck to ramen, eggs, oatmeal, and after a while, it just got boring and stuff. I started celebrating and stuff, and just got off track and just maintained through that. And then I guess around March of this year, what I started doing was I started, focused more on strength training. So I started bulking up, and it turned out in a good way because I'm filling out how I want to fill out. I'm just trying to lean out now because I'm filled in the areas that I need to fill. Now I just need to lean. But finding out how your body works and what these things do to your body, and then how your body will look in certain things and all that type of stuff, and even going with fashion, and just learning so much about yourself is an amazing process because you feel a little bit more connected to yourself, right? You don't just know yourself mentally, how you react to things. You know how your body reacts to things. You know how your body rejects things or accept things. What you can't do versus what you can't do. um One thing that I'm also trying to get back is I used to be really explosive, and I'm trying to get my explosion back. Which I found that out by my least favorite day, and that's leg day. Okay, now look here, my calves ain't worth nothing, right? They ain't worth nothing. They ain't gonna be worth nothing. That's just my genetics. Okay, my big brother, he got the calves. Okay, but my quads, all right, my glutes, all that. Ooh, I got that. I got that, and I'm just letting you know, hoochie daddy season is still gonna be upon us. Okay, I'm gonna just find a reason to not be wearing not to be wearing no shirt in low shorts. I mean high shorts. I'm just letting you know right now. Look, there's some things that, and then my beard be connecting and stuff like that, but I got to fade it out the right way because I, don't worry about it. I look good. I look good. Okay, look good, smell good, feel good. All right, it's just an amazing season. Enough about. Well, no, this is about me. This about me. I ain't got to be humble on here. I, I ain't got to be humble on here. I can be chilling and I can be cool. I tell you what's going on. So yeah. So now refocusing on every single thing that I want to do and be prosperous in, and keeping the main thing, and why I started things the way I started with intentionality. Now is focusing, focusing on it, focusing and moving inside the right direction and having the right attitude. Now, the right attitude is to not expect everything to happen all at once. Not happen at all at once. Okay, sorry about that. You don't want everything to happen all at once. First of all, you're not gonna know how to handle it. All right. So, all right, if you don't know how to use it, you're gonna mistreat it every single time. So you have to learn those things, how to handle it, how to shift. And I'm sorry about the ramen back. I need to eat this one of these days. I'm put a boiled egg in there and then eat that, get some protein. You know what I mean? Some nice carb. I might eat that for leg day tomorrow. Leg day, leg day tomorrow. So I'm gonna do that. But so focusing in on what I want to do, not expecting everything to happen all at once, understanding that the process is probably the best part of the journey. The process is always the best part of the journey. My favorite part of doing the play was the rehearsals. It's always been like that. Now it's much different on a film set. Whenever you're on a film set, I must say filming, because that's the part to where you can see the magic and then kind of direct it to where you want it to go and stuff. So it's like a rehearsal, but it's happening at the same time, rather than in a play. It's over. So like whatever happens, that happens, and you got to move on to the next step. But being on film set, guys, I've been asked to direct one of a show that will be coming out fairly soon. It's not a part of Phenomenal Legacy. It's New Griot Productions. I don't want to get any more into that because I don't know if I'm allowed to say any more than that right now. But yeah, shout out to my boy LaCharles and New Griot Productions over there. Okay, shout out to them. Give me that opportunity. I really appreciate that opportunity. Makes me really happy to do something that I love to do. Get y'all a taro smoothie. Them things hit different. Hit you with the taro. The taro smooth. Get you the purple, the little lavender smooth. It's dripping so. Thank you. Get the taro. The taro gets you right, refreshing and full of life. Surround yourself around the right team that you have, right? The right team that's going to hold you accountable. The team that's going to call you out. All right. You don't want anybody to go with the go along, get along gang around you. My number one thing around me is always going to be growth and integrity. All right. Growth and integrity. And you can't be integral about yourself if you're integrated with the wrong crowd, right? And I really appreciate communication. I appreciate communication, right? Even the greatest communicators have a lot of issues whenever they communicate, because guess what? They're still human, right? So you always want to make sure that you have somebody that knows that they can come up and talk to you and say this, even though you may not like it, you may not react the right way, you may not react the perfect way, right? You're gonna mess up just like everybody else, but make sure you surround yourself around that team that understands that, and they're still gonna be called to do that. And also knowing, as the communicator, as the leader, that you can be wrong and you don't push your weight your ranking, your standards around on people. But that also goes to tell everybody else around you. You still let people know who you are by what you do and not what you say. Okay? So you don't have to flex that you the boss, right? You don't have to flex that you the boss. They know you the boss. But be the boss. One thing about my job is my boss takes feedback as well as gives great insight on what to expect, what to look at, but also is not afraid of hearing things either. We need more people like that. Great leadership. Um, it reciprocates to a great team. So Phenomenal Legacy, we got some great stuff coming. I appreciate the people who support me and the people who pretend to support me. Either way, my name, my what is that? Ambiance, my presence is still swirling around. And understand this is not just me. I start naming people, but then if I left some people out, people be offended. And I don't mean to offend people, but guess what? So y'all know how I feel if I was gonna say what I was gonna say. But no, we have a great team around us. Very intentional on the people that I'm surrounding myself around inside of that group, and also understanding when you elevate, some people just can't go. Some people just can't go. But yes, you always have to stay focused and have the right attitude whenever you are doing certain things. So, and a lot of, I don't know how many times I got to keep on saying this, but I've had conversations in the past about this before. There's a lot of things that you cannot just keep on thinking about. You just have to do. Just like I was like, man, what am I going to do in the podcast? When can I fit in my schedule? How can I do this? What am I going to talk about? Just do it. Just do it. Write down a couple of notes, then get on the pod. First of all, I get on TikTok. And if something comes to me, if God gives me some words to say or something like that, words of encouragement, I just get on there. I don't think too much. I just get on there and get boom. It's pretty receptive. It's on my heart. It's on my mind. Started doing the same thing on my Facebook, and my Facebook got hacked and it slowed me down. But I started doing something similar to that. And, if that strategy works for you, it works for you. But make sure you stop thinking about it and just start doing it. Because our thoughts will hold us back from a lot of things, whether that's positive or negative. But sometimes we can't be too perfect, right? Right? We can't be too perfect. We can't be too hard on ourselves either. And that can go line in line with each other. But sometimes you just got to do it, try it out, and see if you like it or not. See if it's effective or not. Some things that you had the idea of, guess what? It may not work out in your favor. Am I right? Am I right? Am I right? Okay, I'm gonna stop. Focus. Focus. Thank you. Thank you. So the writer strike is over. That's the last time I was talking to y'all was when that writer strike, when the writer strike was going on. Yeah. You think we're gonna stop grinding? No, no. I'm not threatened by the talent that's about to come back. I'm intrigued. I accept the competition that is about to have a great effect on this world, right? Because I understand my talent. And just because somebody else has talent don't mean that my talent is any less than theirs, right? Only only thing stopping me or just holding me back or just, kind of keeping me quiet a little bit is the funding. That's the difference, right? But I don't care. Like sooner or later, your talent is going to branch out and and people can't ignore certain things. So I am excited that this writer strike is over with. But just know what Deion Sanders said. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm looking you straight in your eye. I'm coming. I got Dr. Graham coming. I got Black and Blue, the movie coming. All right. I got Agony, the movie coming. I got what is it? Not Another Christmas. Not Another Christmas movie coming. I got so much stuff coming that I can't even think right now, fam. I really can't even think right now. I got things coming, okay? Because I'm coming. All right. I've been working on an album for a while. That's coming. That's man, I'm in my prime. Because I'm coming. That don't sound right. That don't sound right. But it's okay. I don't know if y'all can see it, but a lot of this happiness, joy, fulfillment, motivation, persistence, dedication, it can all show on you. And look, it's just glowing off. And ownership, you know what I mean? Walking in that moment and owning the moment, taking that moment, appreciating it. It all shows. You can't fight the funk with me. There's some things you can't tell me. If somebody was to tell me, you think you the shit, I say yes. Yes, I am. Because guess what? I know what I do and I know who I am. And not one person can tell you something different about me. That's it. That's it. So let's talk about this. Discovering your passion. Let's go way back. Back to when I was a little chilling. When I was a little chilling, when I was a little child. Growing up on the little east side of Oklahoma City. All right. I always had this desire to perform, right? But in truth, I mean, let's be honest here. Acting wasn't my first passion. It still ain't my passion, my number one passion, right? But I love it so much that I do it because I love performing, right? I never wanted to just hold myself to being this over here and then this person over here. I love performing, but I wanted to be a singer. Yes, I do. I believe one day I will be where I was right there, and they say, "Oh." So, okay. Let me tell y'all. Let me jump forward. At the play, I was so excited to sing "Love" by Musiq Soulchild. I was so ready. Man, I was going in all week. I was just like, I'm gonna hit that high note. I'm gonna hit that by the time the show started. My voice was shot. I was over here like, my voice was ashy as hell. Ashy as hell, y'all. I got on that stage and I was just singing. I don't know. I was love so many things. I was instead of love so many things. I've got to tell you, I didn't do that. It was so many. It was so breathy. It was just, Lord, those who have faith. It was, but it didn't deter me because first of all, I knew it was gonna happen. I was just like, all right, this is it. I'm gonna just go out there. I'm gonna perform anyway. Because look, it don't matter. It don't matter. It's the first one back in a while. You got to build up the endurance for this. I didn't get no sleep. Look, there was some things that was just self-inflicted that I did for that show. Okay, it was still a great show. I performed what I could perform. I did what I look. It was a great performance, regardless. I didn't. What I say is how I feel. So believe it's true. I've got to know you're true. Oh, but it was. It was up there, right? that note up there. But I'm not doing it right now. Okay. I got a video of it on my phone. Me hitting it. Okay. But I always wanted to be a singer. And I've always been writing songs since I was a child. And now here I am in my mid-20s. On the tail end of my mid-20s. Damn, time just go by fast, don't it? It just go by fast. I'm in my mid-20s. That's bad. I mean, it's a blessing. It's a blessing. Some people didn't get to see it, which I'm very appreciative that I got to make it here this far. I'm in my mid-20s now, and I got an album out, right? I got quite a few songs out, which I really took advantage of inside of 2020. 2020 was probably one of the most informational years in my life. Got to learn a lot, got to do a lot, and it kickstarted a lot of things to where I saw myself holding myself back. So I'm really appreciative of all the information and all the things that I've learned so far and seeing where I can go from there. And this is by kind of taking that step, because I'm always been the voice of reason, somebody you could talk to, somebody you could watch and be inspired by if you were one of my closer friends. And then like, well, what have you done? It's not just what I do, it's how I do it. Right. And knowing that you hold that position for a lot of people, that holds a lot of great responsibility. And the biggest responsibility on that is staying consistent. That's something to where you're like, well, I haven't seen your YouTube channel. You ain't that consistent on there. You're right. You're right. But I will say this. In real life, you can see the line of consistency with how I handle things, with how I talk to people, with what I talk about. And the hardest thing to do is start your production company off of this platform right here, because whenever you're trying to build in an audience in an environment like that, you kind of have to have these things roll out. So we talked about the best and the most efficient ways that we can do that. So what I'm going to start doing is I'm going to start my movie reviews back. I'm going to start these podcasts again. And I'm just going to be working, man. I'm going to be tired as hell. But that plays over with. So look, I'll be tired. I'll be tired. I can fit it in my schedule. It works. Excuse me. The busiest part of my year is about to come up, but that's okay. I'm in the shape for it. I got the looks for it, Yeah. Oh man, I love me. This sounds so arrogant. But discovering your passion. So it started out when I wanted to sing. And then I started knowing that, hey, I like to dance. And then what got me better at dancing, I taught myself how to dance, was, I was in this dance group with my cousin. She wanted to set it up inside of our church and stuff. And I was really stiff and all that type of stuff. I still got a little bit of stiffness to it, but I'm more so technical, but I can freelance a little bit, and I just got to get back into it because I stopped dancing when I gained some weight. And I used to be, boy. But when Michael Jackson died, that was when I really was like, you know what, fam, we gonna broaden this. We gonna make me. I'm going after the greatest performer award, right? I still got plenty of time. It's coming. Greatest performer. That kind of catapulted it, and then like the schools I was going to on the east side, they didn't have access to acting and all that type of stuff. And when I finally got to go to a school that I saw drama, I said, like Martin Lawrence and stuff like that, I see that on TV. And I always saw it like that. I was like, people make fun of you inside of my community. People make fun of you because you're in drama. You want to act or something like that because they don't see the sports. I like sports, right? I'm too short, right? Football, I heard football happen, right? Football, when I tried out for that, or was about to go try out for that, I heard somebody broke their legs at trials. I said, no, football ain't for me. I would still love to box. I would still love to box. It made look, somebody broke their foot or broke their leg in football, but you expect to get hit like that. You expect to score in football, right? You expect to do the hit. And look, it's too much going on. 300-pound men and stuff. Somebody in my weight class, that's fine. I wanted to wrestle, couldn't afford the wrestling equipment. A lot of things held your back, your boy back. I did basketball tryouts. Except for the eye injury, somebody scratched my eyeball, and bleeding and leaking. Went home, and I was like, dang. Then my mom was like, don't you have something you're supposed to go do? I said, yeah, there's this play audition, but I can't see, mama. I can't see. She said, boy, you better go back up there and go do that. She made me go back up there. I got to go up there with I think I put some tissue on my eye, something like that, and just was like this the whole time while I was doing the audition, and then I had to wear shades to school. But I did the audition and stuff. I was killing it. I heard the director out there when I was doing my audition was surprised by the performance that I was giving and stuff like that. And then I got the job, and ever since then I've been rolling. And like just came so natural because I've always been performing in front of the family with my brother. And I've always taken a liking to just doing it. And a lot of it is whenever I would have my performances and stuff like that, nobody would really be out there. I mean, granted, because people had to go to work and all that type of stuff. So I would look out into the crowd and just know I was the stuff because I get the compliments for it, and I didn't really need that validation. But like I would just work even harder just because I was like, if people show up, they gonna see that I'm doing this, and I worked it. I worked hard for it. I would go to competitions and stuff like that, all of them, even if I didn't. Trying to learn new things, trying to see things, seeing how I could look at it from a different perspective than everybody else. I didn't really like to watch TV and stuff like that once I got older because just in case it would pop up for an audition or something like that, I didn't want that to take away from my performance. I wanted to be 100% authentic. So just those things, and then just the way that I want to perform and studying the game, and just trying to understand how I wanted to do things since that point. And yeah, I remember when I got kicked out of school, and one of these principals said, um, "You had so much potential." And it's like, I know, is he writing me off? Are you writing me off? So what happened was I went to that other school that they sent me to and then kicked me out of this one. And we won this award, sweepstakes in one of the competitions, the acting competitions. I got to go to regionals with somebody who was Instagram famous, TikTok famous, and all that type of stuff. But I won this award there, went to regionals, and then we won collectively as the school the sweepstakes versus the other school who they thought they were going to win. And I saw the most sour faces in the world, but I was happy. I was extremely happy. It was a bittersweet moment because, man, just to be thrown out, somebody say you have, you had so much potential, and then just kind of wrote you off. It was definitely motivational to see that, and it kind of just like set the tone on what my intentions were. Is just to know, whoever makes these decisions, just know that you made the wrong decision. You made the wrong choice, and every single time, I love proving people wrong because your doubts is only flashing your insecurities. All right, if I tell you I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. And I've done that countless amount of times, and I continue to do that. And some people don't like that. So staying focused and discovering my passion. My passion was just because I like proving people wrong. And I like people hearing about it. I like people hearing about it. I'm gonna let you know that right now. You gonna know. Let you F around and find. You best believe if it got anything to do with me, you gonna find out. Every single day, every moment. I'm a slide it in. I'm petty. I'm petty. I'm petty as hell. So every single moment, you're gonna figure that out. Any chance I get. But we have great stuff coming. And I'm the type of person to get so excited. I stop in the process because I'm trying to rush it and I gotta slow myself back down, which is the reason why I like to center myself around people who just think, all right, let's do this, because it moves it along a little bit faster. And I found out ways how I can break the process down a little bit more to where it can move faster, like the writing process and stuff. Sometimes I would just go write, but now I layer everything down in specific, so specific that I can just get it out, get my story the right way that I want it, and then we can move on to the next step. So discovering your purpose, your passion, staying focused, and then just getting right. So I'm going to see y'all. I don't know if I want to do this weekly or 2 days out of my free time and then just move on to the, we're going to figure that out. But as for right now, we're going to set this up weekly, and I'm going to try to go see that Duck Dynasty movie so I can give a movie review on it. So God bless you guys. Thank you guys coming back to the podcast, seeing me one-on-one. We might even get a panel coming. We going to have some guests and stuff like this, but this is something that I want to feel like you guys can talk to me face-to-face, head on. God bless you. God keep you. All right. Phenomenal Legacy Podcast. We gone. Come on, man. That how we in this. Let's do it.